vibes. This your boy Ease, live in effect without the BS. Back with another video. Quick update on my adventures in uh, Final Fantasy 14 Online. Sorry, it's just this game has me on another trip. When I first started playing this game, I just thought, okay, it's a PC port. It's not the actual Final Fantasy that I'm used to back in the day. Yes, I was confused on all this button layouts and everything because most games don't have that, and it's always a PC thing that has all these. But then I played Dungeons and Dragons Neverwinter, which is the exact same setup but with less buttons. So when I was playing, as I'm playing this game, I started playing the other one as well. But I have to say, Dungeons and Dragons Neverwinter, that game, combat system is so much better. Because I'd rather press X to attack and it attacks. Besides hitting the move, waiting for this long 130-second cooldown before I can use it again. So as a new player, that's something I had to get used to. And yeah, I still don't like it. But it's stuck with the game. Another thing that I learned from being a new player in the time I've been playing it so far, this is my second character. I was playing on my first character about 2 days into it, 3 days into it. I wasn't even near level 30. I met someone showed up into my stream and started helping me with the game, which was great because the first thing that happened was he told me to switch servers. So I started all over again. As a new player, if you're coming into this game and you want to switch servers or pick a server that has a star next to it. Those servers give out 100% bonus XP. On top of this enchanted ring that the game gives you, that gives you an extra 35%. And then on top of food in the game that you eat, the food gives you experience as well. Food gives you another 35%. So, and the food lasts for 30 minutes. So all you have to do is take one of your meals, like I have right here. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And now for 30 minutes, I have an extra 35% extra bonus. On top of what food bonus it gives you. Like the food I have gives me strength, and the other food gives me, I think it was resistance. I forgot what the other one was. But that's what happens, which is really good. So within on this new build, I've been playing for 2 days and 19 hours and something minutes. You could type it in and find out. I'm sorry. If you go into your chat window and just type in playtime, /playtime. In the corner, it will let you know how long you've been playing on that build. So technically, I've been playing for a whole week, but with this build, it's 2 days, 4 hours, and 19 minutes now. So, oh, and you get little tiny pets that follow you around that you can get. As you can see, a little cat behind me. Does it do anything? No. Cosmetic, but it's free. Another thing, when you're playing this game, you're going to run into multiple things as a new player that will kind of get you confused. One, there are 3 types of quests in this game. Well, I'm sorry. There are 2 quests in this game, and one is just there. Let's see if I can find an example for you. Okay. Well, there's more than that. Let's just say there's a whole bunch of type of quests. There's a whole list of things you can do by going into your duty, and your logs, and then you have all the hunting log. You have your sightseeing log, which I just unlocked, and then if you have a crafting job, these are all the jobs that you can pick from. Like for me, I'm doing crafting, and I'm crafting 3 different skills all at once. Why am I doing that? Because I got bored of doing the story. That's why I wanted to tell you about there's 2 different quests. You have these here, this symbol, which is your normal basic side quest. And then, oh, I can't do that. And then you have the same symbol with that is blue instead. And the blue one is the main story quest. And while doing the main story quest, those missions give you tons of experience. There is no like, let me carry you through the mission and help you get the experience points that you need, which is good. You have to do it yourself. But they make it easier, at least for new players. I am on the free trial, just to let you know. The free trial has a limited factor. You only can play two extra DLCs, which makes the time go longer. You could play the original game, which I'm still on right now. I'm way over leveled. I am level 54, and I'm doing level 40 something missions. Okay, that's because of the missions, the things that come up throughout the game, storyline mission wise. So you run into that issue being overpowered. But in this game, they lock the overpower. They stop you from being overpowered because a lot of the missions, they level sync you down to the recommended level of that mission. The bad thing about that is you lose the newer skills you just popped up on. Like if I have a skill, let's say Spirit within the upper, where my Y button is on the right hand side top button. Let's say that move is a level 50 skill. If I go into a level 40 dungeon, that skill is deactivated. So those kind of things come along and you're like, what the hell? I'm losing my skills. But that is on the fact that you have 100% experience. You have the extra 35 from the ring, 30 from the ring, and 35 from the food. All that stuff into account, you will over level past the missions that you're doing. So you just either get used to it or don't play a server that has the extra bonuses. Then you can just go on about your gameplay and everything should be in line with each other. Then you have these blues with the plus sign next to it, the other quests that you can choose. Those are story quests, but they unlock something extra in the game. Now, do you have to do all these blue plus missions? No. Most of the blue plus missions gives you things, unlock things in the game that you don't really care about overall. Like him, let's see. I don't think any of these missions are what I need. Oh, doesn't give me any. This one doesn't give me any details. Normally it gives you details on what exactly the mission entails. Like this lady here, she was all about getting your costume different colors and everything. The reason why it's in red is because I haven't completed the requirements to even do her next mission. I did two, so I could change the color of my outfit, but then I stopped doing her. Say, there's a lot of missions you don't have to do anything extra. You just let it go, which is good, very, very good. Another thing as a new player that's, well, you'll find straight annoying is the controller system. If you're playing on a controller, it's hard to explain. I would say once you get into the game, go into your character configurations and system configurations and just play around with everything. Just push buttons and hopefully you'll find a combination that works for you. I can't give you a tip on that because I'm still trying to find it myself. This triggering system, I'm playing back and forth on all the different types of options you can do to trigger onto something so you can lock on and attack the right person. From all the videos that I'm finding online and trying to explain this to me, they're all playing long distance casters. None of them are playing a DPS. None of them are playing an up close melee character. So what they're telling you to how to lock on, and you just go left and right for soft lock, hard locks. When you're a tank and you're in front and you got 7 guys attacking you, and then 2 of them decide to run off and do their own thing, using the left right D-pad to switch over to those extra characters to bring it over, on top of getting beat up by the other 5, it's kind of like, yo, the control system is fucked. It might be better to play on keyboard and mouse if you're going to be a DPS, a melee tank, or a melee DPS. Anything up close where you got to take a lot of guys attacking you at once. So I'm assuming just a tank. But I like tank roles. That's what I always do. Tank or healer. Luckily in this game, you can be all the classes in one build. So you don't have to make 30 alts like in other games. Thank God. So that's why I'm a crafter, a blacksmith, and a leathersmith worker on top of a paladin who is working towards being a fighter next. See, you can be all that at once. It's crazy. The last thing I want to talk about before I get off and stop bothering you guys, the inventory system. Inside the configurations, you can expand the inventory so you can see what you got. Now, there's a lot of space in the inventory. I'm not complaining about that. It separates in categories so you can easily find it. Well, it does not do it automatically. You have to go in here and press the sort to get it all set up. But for new players, just to let you know, I didn't know until later that, because I don't really go into this because there's no really need to it for me, is the Chocobo Satchel Bag has tons of space, 70 extra slots, and you get 140 on your actual physical body. You can carry all you want, you can fill it out, but it won't slow you down, so it's not a weight stamina thing you gotta worry about, thank God. But you do have a satchel that you can use, and if you want to use anything like in crafting, you gotta take it out of the satchel and put it on your body before you can use it. That's another thing that I learned the hard way. That I definitely learned the hard way, that I'm okay with it. I'll get used to it. Circling around, just trying to find the right position on your map, like this whole circle system. Something you gotta get used to as a new player. For me, I don't like it. Personal preference. Fast traveling is good, is there. You gotta find the fast travel points and then actually use them. I like it. It's okay, but it costs a lot of money for each fast travel point. Like, I didn't unlock this one yet, but I'm pretty sure I unlocked some of the other areas. But if you look at the mini map, there's a lot of side quests. You can get sidetracked by the side quests. Luckily, when you're on an extra 100% bonus XP event, those give out so little compared to the actual blue missions, story missions, that you don't even look at those. You go, oh okay, I'll just walk away. Maybe at end game or something, you might be able to. You can go back and do them, but when you're a new player and trying to go through the game and finish the quote unquote story, that's what I'm talking about next. You'll just forget about them. They're not even worth it. Now let's go into the story. As for the story, according to the community, the story is good. According to me, this story is taking way too long to get going. You know, what is it? 2 days of playing. I'm level 54. I finally unlocked Sid and his airship. Yes, spoilers in this video because, whatever. I got Sid's airship, which, you can't ride it, but I talked to him. In the game, you got to beat these things called primals. I guess they destroyed the world years ago and started this whole thing. But it really doesn't give you it doesn't give me a clear sense of, do I really got to fight them? Like, they're not really doing anything. They're just there, and you're waking them up by even going to this area. Like, you get a whole lot of quests in this game are fetch quests. Tons of them. Way too many. But those fetch quests will give you a lot of experience points and gear. But these fetch quests are long. Some of them are long. And it's stupid too, because some of these quests are, talk to this person. He'll say, deliver a letter. You go deliver a letter and it's only this far. It's like, why don't you do it yourself? And then he'll tell you to take a letter and go over here, take a waypoint to one area, drop it off. Then you come right back, talk to him, and then he's gonna tell you to drop it off over to this guy. Dumb ass missions, and there's a lot of them in this game. A lot of them. That's why it says it's really hard to know what the hell is going on with the story, because the so-called main mission story quest to continue through the game, the MSQ, that's what they call for short here. A lot of those missions are just dumb missions, nothing to do with the story, nothing, unless what happened before shows up way later. But there's so many stupid quests, I forgot what the fuck happened at the beginning. I have no idea. Because there's so many dumb quests that you have to read because, they couldn't afford audio. You just have to read, and then you forget like 20 chapters ago because you are fucking reading. I don't know what's going on with the story. I just know what's going on at the moment I'm in. So to get emotionally tied to this story, I don't know how it's possible. I don't know. Because nothing's tying into each other. None of these missions tie into each other. You will get a main mission that will take you along with the main characters, which I'm assuming they're the main characters because they don't show up enough. So I don't know about that either. But the game is addictive. The game is fun. You just got to get used to the systems that the game gives you if you're not a PC player. Like I said, this is very PC setup. But you can play on a controller. That's all. What else can I talk about as a new player? There's not really that much because you just gotta so-called play the campaign, and the campaign is taking way too damn long. I finally met a brick wall at level 51. You run into a brick wall as a new player. As a free-to-play player, you run into a brick wall. If you are on a bonus XP and you have bonus XP period, and you're leveling faster than the actual missions that are available, like over here. Oops, gotta go all the way around again. See, my next story mission is a level 44. I'm 10 levels ahead of it. So when I get to this mission and start doing, if it's a dungeon there, only in dungeons they bring your level down. I will lose 10 levels to do the actual main part of this story when I get there. So I'm going to lose 3 skills, which I'm going to show you right now. This is the part that I really, really don't like. This is where I'm stuck at. I'm level 54, but I can't unlock any of these skills because I haven't reached the next DLC. I am still in the Realm Reborn, the base game. This is crazy. Don't give me a level XP if it doesn't work. And don't give me missions upon missions upon missions that will never get me to the end of just the first part so I can unlock the rest. So now I'm stuck with these basic abilities, these first 50 levels worth of abilities, which is fine. Some were good. Some are, I guess, there. I'm not sure. People talk about rotations you need to do in a certain pattern to keep the buff up, but that takes too long. I just want to push the button and go. So when you do that, when you know there's some kind of rotation going on, the best thing to do is just set everything up on your hotbar so you can just push it and hit and forget. Just hit the button and forget about it. And that's what I try to do because I don't get why there's so many buttons that have to be on cooldown at the same time. That is, to me, I don't like it. As for mounts, you get one for free. I was told you get other ones for free, but every time I go to those areas, they're not available to me. So I'm sure there's a way to get it. I know you get one when you beat the first part of the story. See these crazy mounts? And you can't fly with your mouse until you beat the regular campaign, the Realm Reborn. And I have no idea when that's fucking going to end because it keeps giving me these damn stupid these stupid main quest side missions. None of these so-called quote unquote main quests are actually main quests. They all feel like a side quest. The only time you know you're on a main quest from the so-called main quest menu is when there's actual audio. When there's a cutscene and they're actually talking. You go, oh, okay, this is a story mission. But then by the time you get to that part, you just forgot what the first part was because you read it too fast or you skipped it. So you're trying to catch up. This thing is a visual novel. Other uh, Final Fantasies, of course, were words. You had to read it. But they put it's way too long. It's way too much. It is way too much. But what I'm doing is I'm just skim reading it because I have no emotional ties to any of these characters. I've heard rumors that people actually cried in this game over certain emotional ties to characters. I'm still trying to figure out who to get emotionally tied to because they're all stupid. Most of them are talking in broken English, so you gotta like think about what they're saying. Go, oh, okay, I know what they mean. Because I don't know. I don't speak drunk, so I don't know what they're talking about. So I skipped a lot of those. So I'm missing story. Yes, you're missing the stories. Hey, the game is making me miss stories. Make cohesive sense so I can understand what the fuck is going on. Make the story like put all this extra fetch quests into those other categories so I don't have to see them. Make those fetch quests that symbol, and give me physical, real story. Why is this event happening? Why am I doing these missions? Most of these missions is, oh, we gotta go stop this person. So why don't you go deliver some goblin poop over to this person? It's like, what? We got this big ass boss killing everybody in the village, but you have on a mission to go get a bag of goblin shit. Literally, that is the quest. And it's a quote unquote main story quest. Why am I grabbing a bag of shit? Why am I helping this winery guy who can't grow wine no more? He needs me to go find grass and stuff for him. And that's supposed to be a main story quest? How? But that's what the game does. It's stretching the time out to make it so long. If you look at other reviewers, which I'm pretty sure you will before you get to me, uh, they say it's about 200 hours of gameplay. I understand why. Because most of these missions are don't make any sense and you're doing them for no reason. Now for the actual story, well, I'm already past 2 days on just this character. And I am, according to the people that I have, my friends that I've met so far, all of them say I'm nowhere near the end. Of Realm Reborn. So I'm doing all this. I'm already past level cap. I've done tons of missions that don't make any damn sense. The so-called story missions, I don't care about them. Some of the actors got bad audio, like their voices just annoy me. Again, this is all personal take. As a new player, personal take. A lot of these voices annoy me. I was just suggested yesterday that I should take the audio and just change it to Japanese, and then you can just read it like you would anything anime-ish wise. So I might end up doing that. I haven't changed it yet, but because right now everything is just reading. And again, you don't have to read it all. You could just skim read it and kind of know what's going on because there's nothing attaching you to any of these characters. Maybe in the next expansion, because there's 2 more expansions that are free for the free to play. Maybe somewhere in there you get like, oh, I like this character. But as of right now, the main part of the game, no. Who the hell cares? Bring on the balls, let me kill them, and move on. Because right now, y'all talking some bullshit. Period. Straight bowl. I don't care. Then you got dungeons. Dungeons you can't even queue up for. There's a queuing system for dungeons, but if you try to go there, there is no one available. Are there people playing? Tons of people are playing, but none of them are playing in the dungeons that you are trying to do. At least from what I found out about 20 minutes ago, that most of the Realm Reborn dungeons, no one likes them because it's the beginning of the game. Everyone's towards the end of the game, so they're doing the other DLC dungeons. But luckily, the game will let you use NPCs to go along with you into the dungeon. Not all dungeons, but majority. I say about 90% of the dungeons you could bring an NPC. The other 10, you're gonna need real people who don't want to do old dungeons. That is you have to get used to too. Um, I'm not sure if there's guilds in the game, but they're guilds for jobs. Um, I'm not sure if there's a guild where you can make your friends join up and have a guild together. I know you can buy a house in the game and y'all can share the house, but for actual guilds, I'm not sure if they're in the game. Luckily, through streaming, I've made some really good friends in the game to help me out. But yeah, doing it by yourself from the jump is a little daunting. There's a lot thrown at you that's not explained, for one, and there's a lot thrown at you that you just don't care about because it's something that's not in your, like, not in your pay grade kind of thing. You know, it's like it's not for me. I don't care. You know, it's like I'm never going to do that side of the content because there's no beneficial factor to me and my build. But there's so many of them, so you get the option of choosing what you want to do. You know, from fishing to all kinds of stuff. Going around chopping down trees, you can do that too. That's the gathering job. I'm again things like that I'm never going to do. Then you got these things called retainers, which are NPC helpers that you can hire to go do things for you, like sell items in the market, go hunt down trees and chop them down for you. But unfortunately, when you unlock that, which is part of the main story, it's locked, even though it says unlocked, because you're a free player. You have to buy the game to actually use the retainers. So that makes it a little like, oh well, guess I'm not farming anything, because if I try to farm, I'm going to run out of space because you only got 70 on your chocobo and you only got 140 on yourself. So you're kind of taking like, do I want to keep some stuff? Do I not? Selling stuff is a non-factor. Anything you find, you cannot sell to the shops. You'll find an item that's only worth like 12 gold pieces, 12 gil. Every item, no item that I found, level 50 or lower, has been worth any type of money. According to my friends here, they all say if you want to sell anything, you got to sell it on the market. And that's how you make your money. The market is to sell to other players. Unfortunately, when you're on a free trial, you cannot sell anything. So you're stuck selling all your gear to the shop just to clear out some inventory space, which would give you no money in return. Literally no money in return. It's a waste. Oops, I'll show you. See? You got this sword right here. Price is 3,622. Now, what if you want to sell your gear? Here's my sword. It's worth $3. But guess how much I paid for it? $2,000 and something for it. But now it's only worth $3. I just sold it. I don't care because I don't need it. But do you see what I'm saying? The guild selling is worthless. The thing the game doesn't tell you that you have to figure out on your own is when you are looking at your gear. Oops. When you are looking at your gear, there's this really fine print over there on the actual tooltip for the weapon. At the very bottom, it says condition of 100%, spirit boon. Every time you use a weapon, that spirit boon number goes up. It takes a while. You gotta use it a lot. But once it's maxed, you can take the materia out of the weapon. Now I it says here grade 3 dark matter. That's the material. What that means is, from what I can tell, no one's told me yet, so I could be wrong. Take it as a grain of salt. I think the dark materia, the dark matter. So far, the only thing I found used for that is to craft stuff. So this thing is made out of grade 3 dark matter. Now, how do you find dark matter? Again, I have no idea. I tried all the shops. I can't find it. Then you have Spirit Boon. Let me go back to, I'm sorry. Spirit Boon is the material that you can drop out of it. You can take out of it. What material you get, I have no idea. Because I tried it twice, and the two I got, I don't know. Because again, the game doesn't tell you even how to put the material in your gear. It gives you gear. That's special gear that you get. This gear here you get from the missions. But do I even have any left? This is the only thing strong I got. Yeah. You see how there's 2 circles? That means you could put the material into the slots, like all the other Final Fantasies. But in this game, it's a certain section of it's a mission, aka main story quest, aka fetch quest, that you'll have to do to unlock another section of the game. Everything is locked by a mission or locked by a timer. Super annoying. It is getting super annoying right now. The only thing I'm stuck doing is the main mission quest, fetch quest, and hopefully I can pass the rest of the story so I can unlock these extra sections. So I don't know. As a new player, I don't know what people will feel about that. Personally, it getting on my damn nerves. I just want to play the game. Now, if I buy the game, would it be any other advantages to make it go a little damn faster? Unfortunately, no. The people that I do play with do have the game, and there's no extra advantages to even paying for it. So playing this game for free is pretty much the best way to play the game. Granted, you'll miss out on the latest, the newest DLC, and there's one more coming out in like another month or two. So those last 2 you'll miss, but you get to play 3 games, 3 missions or 3 things in one before the other 2 that you have to pay for. But like I said, the first one is so damn long that I don't even know if I can even make it to the second or third DLC that's added in the free version. It's taking way too long. But me, I'm on the grind. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get to the 3rd DLC. And then I'll decide if I want to pay for it or not. Because right now, the more I play it, the more I'm like, I don't know. It's taking too long. It is taking way too long. And I want to like the story because I like so many Final Fantasy games. But this one's story is taking way too long that I forgot. One, I don't know anybody's names. Don't even ask me what the main characters' names are that you meet. I don't know. Half of them are unpronounceable. Okay, you just can't pronounce it because you know how the English language is. There's always a silent letter somewhere in there. So you like I don't know. Half the names I don't know who they are. I just know what they look like. So I said, okay, that's that guy from earlier. That's what I'm doing right now. Oh, I remember him. He's from earlier. I remember his ears. But why he's there, don't ask me. I just know he's in my face talking to me about something that I don't care about because he's not making me care about him. This whole situation that these people are going through, nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. Even though the story is saying it does have to do with you because you have some kind of special ability that's supposed to save the world. But I feel like I don't care about them. I feel like I'm going to just run around and kill stuff, these random enemies on the ground, because it's the only thing that seems more enjoyable to do because the story doesn't make any sense to me right now. And again, I am 2 days into the game of playing stories and I still don't understand what's going on. That's not a good game design. Unless, like I said, these kind of things must be a PC thing because there's no reason to understand. No, I don't understand any of this shit. See, look, I've done all these missions and I have no clue what the fuck's going on. That's how badly written this game is. No, let me take that back. It's not badly written. It's just too many fucking words. I already read the Bible 4 times, and I don't know what the hell's going on, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? There's so much shit you gotta read, and so much fat walking. Oh my god, Skyrim syndrome. Walking simulator. So much walking. Even though you get a so-called mount, the mounts is just as fast as your run speed when you have a sprint. It's not that fast. Only time I see anybody go faster is when they're flying, and you can't do the flying part until you pass the story, which is taking way too fucking long. See this list? Way too fucking long. And I'm not even done. I didn't even do those levy quests, so that's another 16 more missions. And remember, all these are just the first part of the game. Way too long. Way too long. Because see, that's Endwalker scenarios, these are all other sections of the game that's coming later. I'm nowhere near that. Well, this is what you have to do to be a paladin. But I'm nowhere near these locations to even start those quests. And I'm already doing all of these. And most of them are fetch quests. Like I said, 90% of them are just talk to this guy, bring over this package, walk over to this guy, drop off this package. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Just make it go faster. But you can't because they talk so damn much. It's like, shut up, let's go. But again, like this part of the story, I have no idea what's going on. I forgot. I know there's some kind of rebellion going on. Your so-called team leader got kidnapped, and they holding her in some kind of building somewhere. I have no idea where. Like I said, the names are confusing. And I'm supposed to get some help from these guys to go do it. Okay? But I don't need their help. Just let me in the front door and let me swing my sword. I don't need their help, because so far everything has been dying without any issues. So I don't need all this extra stuff. I know what I need to do. I need to go kill that dude and rescue the girl. That's easy. I don't need to talk to you, but you're stuck with these long speeches that you have to go through to do something that you already know what you're going to do. You already know. So just shut up and let me keep moving, but you can't. You're stuck reading all this stuff, which, like I said, now I don't read all of it. I read the last 2 sentences, and I pretty much got it. Because, whatever. I just look for keywords like, okay, imperial dress, both sides, decline, wait. Okay, next is the prisoner. Yeah, damn it. Yep, prigs and wedges are in this game too. Damn, everybody from Final Fantasy VII is in this game. But you can't play with any of them. And they all got really, like, Sid, oh my god, his voice acting. I would love to slap that guy. And of course, they all talk to you, and you don't talk back. I mean, you talk, but you don't hear, there's no voice. You get to select a voice in the beginning of the game that you never hear. Only thing you hear is, ha, and don't pick a voice. Just pick any voice, it doesn't matter. So now I gotta go do this mission here. Like I said, I have no idea what's going on. And as I read it, I still don't understand what's going on because so much happened so long ago that I forgot that even matches up with this. That's where the game's downfall comes in for me when it comes to this so-called emotional, quote-unquote, story. If it's emotional, they need to keep the dialogue a little bit shorter and more focused on the characters that you want to be attached to. But unfortunately, the dialogue is so wide open that I don't care about their situation. The only thing I want to do is go to the next area so I can smash something. But that's what's something that you got to get used to. People saying, well, people told me, well, maybe you're not used to MMORPGs. Well, no, Neverwinter is an MMORPG and doesn't have this issue. Each mission is dedicated to that person, so you care about that person you're doing the mission for. Yes, it's all dialogue. So you're doing a lot of reading. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've played games in this format that is done a little bit on a smaller scale, I guess, and that's why it works. Expanding this thing, making it to a larger scale, like this game is just it's taking me out. The immersion is gone. You know, I feel like I'm playing again Skyrim. I'm making my character, and where I feel like my character should be doing, it should be doing. Everybody around me is just a hindrance. But that's the story format. That's the flow. You go through really long missions. You go through really a whole lot of dialogue that you might forget about half the stuff that's going on, and then you go on from there. Like this guy here, Sid. When you first meet him, he's a monk in some kind of like place. He's a monk. Why is Sid a monk? Personally, as a fan of Final Fantasy VII, this is bullshit. But on top of that, I don't know why he was there. When we finally got him to leave, it still doesn't tell you why he was there. He just ended up there. I have no idea. If it did tell me, like again, I forgot because there's so much fucking reading that I'm not gonna remember what I read yesterday. That's, you know what I mean, 72 hours ago. When I'm supposed to reread that all this dialogue and then supposed to memorize it. Hell no. But that's how this game is made. You know, so I would love to. Oh, look, we actually have a story. See, these are stories. When there's actually a cutscene and dialogue, this is the part you pay attention to. Everything else is bullshit. It's bullshit that you don't care about. These scenes make you care about something, but unfortunately, most of these scenes are bad guy scenes. I care about the bad guys more than I do against the good guys. Like, I want to know what this robot is because it's sucking up all the demons and stuff. I want to know this information. But the good guys, I don't care about them because they have nothing in interest that interests me. Your so-called teammates, nothing they do is interesting. I want to go fight them. That's interesting. Now, right now, what they're talking about, I don't know. Again, when you got to read everything, a lot of people is going to be missing a lot of this stuff because one, they don't feel like reading all this damn dialogue, and two, they throw so much dialogue at you that you're not going to remember everything that happens throughout the game. You're just guessing what's going to happen or what just happened. I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird setup, weird concept. Some people will like it, some won't. Oh well, nothing I can personally do to help with new players with that one. Only thing I can say is take a chance. Again, it's free. Why not? It ain't gonna hurt you. It's free, and if you like it, and you keep going. And if you don't, just turn it off, delete it off your system, and move on to the next free game that's out there. You know, there's a bunch of free games that you can pick up these days. That's the only thing I can say from my experience as a new player. This game is very random, but at the same time, the more you play it, the more you actually enjoy it. I don't enjoy it for the story like most people do. I enjoy it for the combat, which is, again, something you get used to because of how slow the combat is. You know, the whole push a button, wait till it cool down, push a button, wait for it to cool down. It takes like 30 seconds, 20 seconds for each move. I wish it was a hack and slash like a Neverwinter, which is an MMORPG, same setup. But at least when I press X, I'm doing a combo with X, 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 square, X, X, square. You know what I mean? I'm doing combos. This is not a combo. They said there's a flow, system flow to your attack, which is supposed to be combo. Some of your moves even says the word combo, but no combo takes that damn long. I can slap you 6-7 times before that meter comes all the way around. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it takes too long. The combat is slow. I guess they do that to make sure you die on harder missions. You know, to make the difficulty harder. Because having everybody attack super slow will make the difficulty harder. You're too busy dodging and you're running around because, man, I gotta wait for this cooldown to happen, so I gotta run all the way around the board and hopefully I don't die. Hopefully my healer works and my healer knows what he's doing to keep me alive. Too many mechanics going on at one time. Luckily, when you're in this game, when you pick your class, you don't gotta worry about your mechanic. And you just hope that everyone else does their job. That's how I see it so far. Maybe that's how it goes, period. You know? But I don't know. I can't really explain more. Like, there's no way for me that I can get another new player to come join it. Like, how can I explain this? Like, there's a lot of games people will suggest to you, and those suggestions sound good, and you'll go and try it. This game, there's nothing for me personally that I can get to say to you that make you want to come over here. I could just tell you what I'm going through, because everything in this game, if I say, oh look, this part's good, I also find something wrong with it. So there's a lot of good things in this. Like I said, there's a lot of good things in this game. The combat is good, but it's slow. The story, I guess it can be good, but it's slow. It takes too damn long. The mission variety is abundant, which is great. But getting to the missions is a walkathon. You know what I'm saying? So every single part of this game has a good part, but it just slaps you in the face with a downside to it at the exact same time. So you gotta overlook each individual section of this game's shortcomings to move on, I guess. And again, it must be a PC thing, because none of my console games ever done this shit. There's no console RPG that does this type of weird, long, drawn out testing. None of them. So I don't know. Hell, even Skyrim and not Elden Ring. I never played that one yet. What's the other one? Elder Scrolls. At least their quests were direct. At least you knew exactly what you were going to do on that quest and why you were doing it. But this one, they got me on quests that I have no idea why am I doing it, or if I do know why do I have to? Again, why do I want to deliver goblin shit to another person? All because they need some ingredient for some wine. That is dumb. Why am I doing that? I don't care about your wine. I don't drink in real life, and I'm not going to drink in the game, so leave me alone. I want to come after these two guys right here who are pissing everybody off. But that's the flow of the game. I wish there was someone online or somewhere where I can just get the story. Like someone just give me the story all the way through. Just tell me the story. Because so far the story, like I said, is unattractive. It doesn't do anything. You know, so I really don't care. I kind of miss this whole thing right here that's moving on because I'm not reading it. Again, it makes you not want to care. But at the same time, you do want to care because you want to fight that. You want to know why is that there. You want to know, you just want to beat it. But at the same time, why they make it and why they're coming after you, I don't know. Again, it doesn't give you a reason to care. But I don't know. It could be a Realm Reborn thing. Maybe that's why nobody likes it. They like the other expansions. Maybe the Realm Reborn is just so boring that people just don't care no more. I have no idea. All I know is if I don't get attached to these guys by the time I get to the end of the free trial, then oh well, they're just not gonna get my money. And I'm down with that. I don't mind paying nobody. You know, I'm not paying for a game that's I have no idea what's going on for more than a day. You know, I've been playing for this long so far, and the only thing I'm focusing on is just leveling up. But right now I'm stuck at a level because I can't unlock anything new as I level up because I haven't got past the story mode yet. Well, the first part of the story to get into part 2. I'm not sure what the name of that expansion is. But anyway, I digress. I'm gonna stop ranting about this game. I'm gonna continue playing it. Hopefully, the story picks up even more because it got to one part where I was like, "Yeah, here we go. The story's picking up, baby." And then the very next mission, oh, go deliver this piece of paper. Yeah, why? I don't know. Go deliver this piece of paper. Hey, thank you for delivering it. You know what? I'm having a very bad day, so why don't you go deliver this over to that person? It's like, wait a minute. You just gave me a really good cutscene with all these things going on, all this drama, and then you're going to drop the drama and go to a person who's having a hard time making wine with goblin shit. Doesn't make any sense. Talking about destroying the vibe. You know what I mean? This game destroys the vibe quick. A lot. It gets you going, and then it just drops you off somewhere and makes you come back later. And that's the reason why I forgot half the damn missions, because it starts getting good, and then it leaves you hanging for like 20 missions. And then it gets good, and then it leaves you hanging again. So hey, never come to me ask me what's going on in this game, because I probably will never be able to tell you. Only thing I'll be able to tell you is the combat's kind of fun once you get used to it. The exploring the worlds are beautiful. The areas are beautiful. So exploring the worlds is fun. Just get used to the fact that it's a walking simulator or a chariot, use your chocobo riding on a mount that walks the same speed as your run speed simulator. You know, so it's up to you. It is up to you, and I hope everyone enjoys at least giving this game a try. It is free. Give it a try. There is nothing that will hurt you in the long run if you just give it a try. And if you're like me, you might get addicted to it and hooked. I'm not addicted, but I'm sorry. You might get addicted and hooked. Some people will, or me, just get hooked because I want to know what the hell that robot was that you just saw. I'm ready for that thing. And hopefully it's at the end of this main story, side quest story. I would love to see if I can get to it and, beat the crap out of it because I'm something to do. There's no other good game out there right now. There is none. Oh well, I'm stuck with this one until I find something better. And so far, there is nothing entertaining. You know, only game I have not tried yet was Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring is the only newest game I have not tried yet. All the other ones have been boring. Boring. Not my play style, I guess you can say. Or as a new player, like I said, I always play games by just jumping into it, playing it, and giving you my opinion from what you see as a new player. Not from reading tips, guides, and a whole lot of third-party websites. You know that is annoying as hell. Everything should be in the game. Everything should be in the game, not on somebody's website. But of course, this game has like 6-7 websites people use. Again, I'm never going to touch them. But there's websites galore to help you with the crafting and all this other stuff. No, too confusing. Crafting in this game is actually pretty simple to even use a website. So that part, there's tooltips out there for everybody. So if you're a new player and you want to get some kind of knowledge, maybe it's best to use those websites to help you out before you even try to play the game, so you get a heads up. But until next time, guys, hopefully my next video I should be at the first expansion of the game. Hopefully, damn, it's taking so damn long. I don't even know. But once I get there, I'll be on my next video to let you know if it's even worth going past the first update. I'll let you know in that video next. Until then, take care, everybody. Peace.